You see this pretty girl right here? This is Lauren Giddings. Lauren Giddings is from Maryland, but she moved to Macon, Georgia to attend law school. She was studying to become a lawyer. She was a very popular student too. She had a lot of friends and a family that cared about her so much. Lauren Giddings lived in an apartment complex directly across the street from the law school. In fact, many law students who attended this school lived in this apartment complex. I mean, it was literally right across the street from the law school. So one day, Lauren's friends tried reaching her, but they couldn't get in contact with Lauren. At first, they didn't think anything of it because Lauren's bar exam was coming up, so she had to study. She had previously told her friends that she was not going to have any distractions. She was just going to lock herself away for the weekend and just study her ass off. She was very dedicated and committed to becoming a lawyer. This girl really wanted to pass her bar exam. She didn't want any distractions. She was just going to be locking herself away either in her apartment or in the school library, just studying all day long. So her friends didn't think anything of it at first, but they knew something wasn't right. So after Lauren Giddings' friends contacted her family back in Maryland and said that they didn't know where Lauren is, her family contacted the Macon, Georgia police. Lauren Giddings had been missing, I think, for like 3 or 4 days at this point, so everybody in the law school and in that area was concerned about Lauren Giddings. A news team showed up at the apartment complex interviewing people to ask them if they knew where Lauren was or where she may have been. She was a missing person at this point. She had been missing for like 3 or 4 days. What I'm about to show you is a news interview with Lauren Giddings' neighbor, Stephen McDaniel.
Yeah, Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time, anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
Yeah, she and I were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her.
Is it just me, or does this dude seem like a complete weirdo? Maybe it has something to do with the fact that a few days earlier, this dude walked inside Lauren's apartment while she was sleeping and strangled her. This is Lauren's next door neighbor, Stephen McDaniel, also a law student at the same school. He killed her June 26, 2011, but that isn't everything. After he strangled Lauren Giddings in her bedroom, he carried her body into her bathroom and laid it inside her bathtub and then left. He returned later that night and dismembered her body with a hacksaw. He then put her body parts in trash bags and got rid of them. He put the trash bag that had Lauren's torso in it in the apartment complex trash can. Shortly before Stephen's news interview, the police had recovered Lauren's torso out of the trash cans, but Stephen didn't know that a body was recovered yet. He thought he was being interviewed for a missing person. Watch Stephen McDaniel's reaction when the news reporter tells him that a body was recovered. It looks like his heart just sank in his chest. You can tell that after the news reporter informed him that a body was recovered, that he was thinking to himself, oh shit, they're gonna find me, they're gonna know that I did this.
We just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
After about a half hour, Stephen returned to the interview, acting all distraught over Lauren's death.
No one had seen her since Saturday because there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes. I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
What's going on in your mind right now? Like, what are you thinking?
Why would anyone do this?
When the Macon, Georgia police first seen Stephen's off-the-wall news interview, they immediately considered him a suspect. They said that the first clue was when Stephen said, yeah, Lauren was my neighbor. If he thought that Lauren was a missing person, then why would he refer to her in the past tense?
Yeah, Lauren was my neighbor.
So they brought Stephen in for questioning, and I must say the interrogation was very, very awkward.
You're gonna look at this right here, this little girl right here, and you're gonna say you don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. What are you gonna say tomorrow when I say we got your hair with the body? What are you gonna say to me then? Because you know, like I go like that. Look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think none fell out? It did. It did, Stephen. We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it, so you didn't look like a monster at the end.
At first, he wouldn't admit to the murder, but the dumbass admitted to breaking into someone's apartment and stealing a box of condoms. So they arrested him on that charge, and while in custody, they could interrogate him a little better. They already knew that Stephen did this, but they wanted him to admit to the murder. Eventually, Stephen McDaniel admitted to the murder of Lauren Giddings. He had stolen a master key, which is how he was able to get inside Lauren's apartment. Now, what's creepy is that before he killed Lauren Giddings, he tied his camera to a long wooden stick and used it to spy on Lauren Giddings through her window. The police found the hacksaw in Stephen's apartment. He admitted to having a major crush on Lauren Giddings. He even stated that he asked her out before, but she had rejected him, saying that she was seeing somebody else. She also thought that Stephen McDaniel was a weird dude. And he was a weird dude. He was obsessed with zombies, and he told the people closest to him that he could commit the perfect murder. He eventually admitted to taking a pair of boxer briefs and cutting 2 eye holes out and using that as a mask when he went in Lauren's apartment and strangled her. He said that while he was strangling Lauren, she ripped off the mask and immediately recognized him. He said that she said, "Stephen, please stop," but he continued strangling her until she was dead. He said it took about 15 minutes until she died. Now this asshole was slapped with a life sentence and he will never get out of jail. I probably left out a lot of stuff, but I definitely gave you all the important things and details about this murder case. He's a very sick dude. Stephen McDaniel was a sick, awkward bastard. And what makes it even more sick is that he was an intelligent dude. He was studying to be a lawyer. He was in law school, for Christ's sake. Why would he do this? He was obsessed with Lauren Giddings. He stalked her until one day he finally succumbed to his sick and twisted fantasies about Lauren Giddings. This is Justin Ray, the YouTuber you guys love to hate. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you can receive notifications every time I upload a video. What you guys think of the Lauren Giddings murder case? I think that this was a very interesting case. That's why I did this video. It's very sad that Stephen McDaniel did this, but he is going to rot in hell. He's going to be in jail for the rest of his life, and he will never get out of jail.